Joseph Conrad. In the 2 decades between 1895 and 1915, Joseph Conrad established himself as one of England's most important novelists, despite the fact that he did not begin learning English until he was 21 years of age. His works such as Lord Jim, 1900, Heart of Darkness, 1902, Nostromo, 1904, and Victory, 1915, have taken place among the lasting masterworks of British literature. Józef Theodor Conrad Korzeniowski was born in Bydgoszcz, Poland. His father, Apollo, was a Polish aristocrat of moderate means, a romantic intellectual who wrote poetry and translated Hugo, Vigny, Dickens, Shakespeare, and others, and a patriot committed to Polish nationalism. With his wife, Ewa, and his son, Apollo, was sentenced to exile in northern Russia in 1862 for his support of a peasant insurrection. Ewa Korzeniowska died of tuberculosis in 1867. Apollo died in 1869. The orphan 12-year-old was left in the care of his maternal uncle, Tadeusz Bobrowski. Conrad left Poland in 1874 to join the French merchant service in Marseille. He sailed on his first English ship in 1878, and in 1886 became a British subject and passed the examination for master in the British Merchant Marine. He left his last position as a seaman in 1894, the same year that he finished his first novel after 5 years of writing. With the publication of Almayer's Folly, 1895, the 38-year-old Korzeniowski adopted the anglicized pen name Joseph Conrad. In 1896, he married Jessie George and published his second novel, An Outcast of the Islands. The earliest works were autobiographical in subject and setting, dealing with exotic places and interesting characters Conrad had known as a seaman. Heart of Darkness, completed in 1899, details a journey down the Congo by the British master Marlowe and draws heavily on Conrad's own experiences in the Belgian Congo in 1890. Lord Jim stresses Conrad's most insistent themes, the importance of fidelity, duty, and honor in a modern world bereft of traditional faith, while its narrative, presented principally by Marlowe as a series of memories and discoveries, violates traditional chronological form in favor of associational development. Nostromo, generally considered his greatest novel, creates the imaginary land of Constaguana in South America as the setting for a complex impressionistic narrative that deals in both private morality and public ethics and reveals Conrad at his best in synthesizing plot, structure, language, and themes. Chance, 1913, was Conrad's first work to achieve anything approaching popular success, despite the fact that in it he uses one of his most complex narrative techniques, filtering the story through 5 levels of narration. Victory, a symbolic novel that reiterates Conrad's insistence upon human action rather than a safe detachment, is his last great achievement, though he continued to write until his death. From the success of Chance in 1913 to his death in 1924, Joseph Conrad was the most discussed living British novelist. In his subordination of conventional chronology and plot structure to larger, overall artistic purposes, he helped to broaden the horizons of the English novel. In his alter ego and model seaman Marlowe, he created one of the great characters of English fiction, and in his focus upon struggles rather than upon victories or defeats, Conrad learned to penetrate deeper meanings hidden beneath the surface of traditional narrative.